right. Thank you all. I'd like to do you an old favorite tonight of mine here on the Grand Ole Opry Network. How you doing, Shimei? How you doing? This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the Redwood Forest, from the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. Yes, Rosie's back again. She's in a live stream chair. She's gonna kick some ass. Why don't you give her a dare? 'Cause this is America, and I'm gonna let it tonight. I want to thank you all for being here tonight. Y'all make me feel very welcome. Thank you, Priscilla. Have a good night's sleep. Chaos coordinator. Everybody needs that. Yeah, Molasses, Kelly, MJ, and good evening, everybody. Welcome aboard to another chat. Let me welcome everybody in. Princess Jody, Jennifer P, and we got James. Priscilla's heading to bed there. Robert, Chaos coordinator. Hello, Amanda. Hug and kiss. Maybella. Jessis Jones, MJ, Cinnamon Hot, Nilla Rain, Charla, free samples. There we go. And Shimei and Jennifer P, well represented. How you doing, Thomas Jordan? Rio Bird, good evening to you tonight, and welcome everybody. Why does it feel like it's been like forever since I live streamed? Probably because I've been busier than a one-legged guy in an ass-kicking contest these last couple days. Okay, I'm not going to burden you. I'll give you the quick rundown. Hey, Dreamcatcher. You remember my mantra for 2021, people first, then YouTube. I promised somebody that I would be doing some electrical work for them today, and I kept, putting on some GFI ground fault interrupter outlets and checking out the circuitry. I don't know how in the hell it happened, but the damn ground strap out at the meter wasn't even connected to the ground rod driven into the ground, and it caused me all kinds of untold problems today trying to figure out what the hell was going on. That took about 4 hours, 2 trips, one to the big box store. So good to see you, Ewell. How you doing tonight? But people first, I got that stuff all resolved today. I was at work earlier today, so just staying busy. I mean, I'm clocking a lot of hours here to build up some cash for the road. This is not, I'm going to get to Amazon. I'm still waiting here. They said it could be up to 9 o'clock tonight. Really, the trucks are running around there. I don't know what the hell's going on. Yogi's back. What's up, Mouse Toes? How you doing tonight, honey? And man, I just feel like going all in. I feel like driving up to Jeff Bezos' house and doing what Mondo did on Nancy Pelosi's doorstep. I mean, if you're waiting on something like that, what the hell is down my top? I got some kind of greens from. You think I was rolling around the bushes out there or something? What the hell? I got to get this thing out of here. I don't know. My boobs are so big I can't even see down the shirt to see what the hell is. No, May, looks like May 15th, I'm thinking is going to be the target date for getting things back on track with YouTube. That's the person, myself, and a lot of people that do audio uploads, we've used some people's stuff consistently because it was royalty-free, copyright-free. And a lot of things changed in trying to now convert copyright free to copyright material. So it's all like a loaded dominoes. It's not strikes. But if you get enough issues related to music or sports or things like that on your channel, it's automatically going to trigger an AdSense thing that says, "Whoa, time out, time out. This is screwed up." You know, we've got like 50 things that suddenly popped up on this. When this person cut over to monetization approved and then clicks the box, select all, and monetize it, it kicks off a hell of a wave that takes a while, the repercussions of that to go forward. So that's what I'm in now. That started March 1st. So I got an update, I think it was April 6th, and now they're telling me the 15th is the last time this person has a chance to remove their claims or lose the channel, and they give them that much time to do that due to the stuff that's involved. That's a roundabout way of saying I'm all good. Have you noticed any difference in my uploading or what the hell I'm doing out there? So it's a good question. So there it is. How you doing, Jeanette? Jeanette made a wonderful comment on my video. Jeanette, thank you. Finally, a travel video of mine is. I've done about 13 travel logs, and this one's really finally starting to bite and get some traction here. This trip to Point Reyes, and I appreciate that as the new style that I'm doing here digs deeper. Hey, Treasure Vlogs digs deeper into the YouTube algorithm and all that. It's been a heaving change for an old channel here. It takes a long time for a cruise ship to kind of change course, right? So that's it. So Jeanette, thank you for your wonderful comment. As far as videos go, right now, you guys know I'm uploading in 4K, and you can imagine a 17 to 20 minute, there's two parts to this travel and adventure, 20 minutes of 4K video, which is 4 times the size of 1080 video, which is 8 times the size of 720, which is 16 times the size of 420. You can imagine the time. We're talking about 5 to 8 hours to upload something like that. But I want, yeah, the buffering will hit, just refresh your connection. Hey, Charles, but I want you guys to have the very best quality images that you can have. Now, that doesn't mean I'll always be able to do it from the road in that high quality, but I was extremely pleased with the quality of that video. So I want to continue to bring you guys 4K wherever possible on that. If you've not checked out part 1, my format now for videos, a couple people asked me today, did you change the way you're doing videos? I enjoy this style. It's a combination, not tagging it cinematic, but it's a combination of capturing just great scenes and stitching him throughout the video with walk and talk and other things. And part 2 tomorrow is a little more personal with the locals. That's going to be coming on at 5 a.m. my time. It's 8 o'clock on the East Coast for you guys for your breakfast wake up. It's going to be about 20 minutes long. And it's going to have, I was able to talk to a local guy. There was some controversy there in that area. It went all the way up to the United States Supreme Court. Yeah. A community of 800 people and an industry that they really, really depended on. When I'll talk about the points of law and get the point of view of this gentleman that was down there. Is the 4K done with your phone? It is. Yep. I have Power Director by Cyberlink, and doing my editing in my phone is a blessing. I can drop my music when I'm having a cinematic part of the movie. I can put the cinematic bars on the top and the bottom. I have so much more flexibility. Transitions, you'll notice now that I'm using sort of a soft blur transition between scenes. Well, thank you, Teresa. Good to see you. I know, yeah, it's going to do. I think it's already doing that, Jeanette, and I'm happy. It does not mean that I'm not going to do moonshining. It sure as hell doesn't mean I'm not going to do metal detecting. I'm never going to turn my back on the things that I love doing, vintage audio. But there's a time for everything, and the time right now is for adventuring. How you doing, Patricia? And I'm excited to do that. I'll be putting some stuff up on the Rosie McNamara channel too. That's kind of my it's just my a little more of the stuff that wouldn't be monetized, like PG adult light content. She's got legs, the 2021 edition, and some stuff like that. I think that short 1 minute things. Yeah, so things are rolling along pretty good. So part two will drop tomorrow. It leaves off where it picks up where part one ended, going into the nighttime of Saturday night and into Sunday, and it's kind of spooky. It's really kind of spooky when I was there in the afternoon, and virtually by 8 o'clock at night, I was the only person walking the streets, and it was weird. It was weird when that came down at that particular time. So I don't know. Um, it picks off there. I've got some beautiful night shots of Point Reyes at nighttime, and I'd love to do nighttime video because nighttime is more dramatic. How you doing, Charlie Brown? Nighttime is more dramatic, and I love doing night videography. If I could do everything at night all the time, I would do it. But the scenery is so lush down there, and it's so beautiful. The daytime is great. So that's going to be coming tomorrow. It picks up where I left off. I was left off eating ice cream, talking to that guy on the BMW bike. And we pick up in the evening as the sun's setting on Point Reyes Station. And then say goodnight and then wake up in the morning. Got some beautiful morning scenes, the coffee, the pastries, the getting that sense of community that makes that place so special. We live in a time where, um, there's been a lot of pushback, at least for the last 8 years till Biden came, and there was a lot of pushback on government and things like that. But this is a community that kind of embraces taxation. It just embraces that community spirit of no person left behind in that town. And I find that so unusual. Um, that sense of community, that I think that's the thing that I find most attractive down there. Thank you, Jennifer. Thumbs up are most appreciated here today. And this is an open chat too. If you have something that you want to discuss, yeah, I was in the zone this morning. I'll be getting to that in a little bit. And I'll be getting into stuff that I'm not going to talk about because it's not a fixture of my channel, and it's not what I do on the channel here. So that will be live 8 a.m. on the East Coast tomorrow. If you wouldn't mind, if you enjoy the content, it's like I told Jeanette, hit your share button underneath of the video and share it out on your social media. It's a big help for the channel. If you enjoyed it, chances are other people in your circle, other people that you hang around with, give them an introduction to, I think, a very nicely crafted travel video. Waiting in line to see a movie, guy next to you tells, no, it doesn't tell the entire movie. You got to put a little bit of a teaser out there, boss. So that's what the point of that is for tomorrow, just to let people know it's coming, because I'm happy. I'm happy. Generally, when you put travel videos up, you're kind of lucky on here. You spend a lot of time for cinematic and try to get the right shots. But it's kind of a community that I'm trying to shift out of, that's more based in drama and who's effing who and who's dumping on this person and who's dumping. It takes a long time to migrate towards to find the people that come in that appreciate travel, and especially cheap travel. How you doing, Craig? Good to see you. Happy Monday to you. Thank you, Jody. And that's kind of my goal. It's not that I don't love the Boyd. I love the Boyd. I'll always be part of the Boyd. The Boyd will always be a part of me. I'm his OG. I mean, I was there with the first coins minted of OG in 2014, 2015, and it's not something that I will ever turn my back on. It's what I call home. It's a community that's built a name for itself. The Boyd. It's a recognized community now on YouTube, and you might think it's all a bunch of guys. But I've had a lot of women come over and tell me that they enjoy the Boyd, they enjoy the people on the Boyd. So it's definitely everybody. Everybody enjoys. Hey, let it go. It's not everybody's cup of tea. I spend precious little time. It's very rare that I go on a panel. Very rare. And then it's usually because of a point of controversy or something's hitting the fan involving me. Because I don't feel like I um, do anything to really be panel worthy, to be put on panels. How you doing, Quirky? But sometimes controversy embraces you and you get swept in and you're a part of it, whether you like it or not. I value my relationships on YouTube. I've worked, I changed course, i.e. Nicole, my friend Nicole, we've kind of moved apart in 2019 because what was here on the rancho, and I wanted to get that back, and I wanted to make my apologies to people and be a lot more people centric here on YouTube and less about what I'm doing, and even though I'm not doing drama, it doesn't hurt to check in on somebody, see how they're doing. I've missed Joey D here on the chats. I dropped him a line to check in on him, Joey D. Thank God he answered back. He's just taking a little break. Hey, Hazel, thank you, sweetie. Yeah, I appreciate the shares that you do. Hey, Sugarcane, how you doing? I appreciate that very much. So, yeah, it was a busy day. I'm going to get back to the drama dome, what I call drama kazis, in a minute. A term I coined here a couple years ago for people that just go stick down on drama, and it almost never ends well. I did have a nice conversation with Chris about an hour ago. Update a little bit on that. Sometimes it's good to take a day or two off and just chill out on YouTube for sure. How you doing, Spirits? Nice to see you tonight. I don't think I've seen you in a while. So that's the style that I'm trying to do now on my travel videography, to blend personality, images, background, and local color, local flavor, local. I couldn't wait to get down. I'm not even an ice cream eater, but I couldn't wait to get to Palace Market and get some of that ice cream that they serve up there. That's really fresh dairy made, not brought in a plastic bag that you put in a machine like some kind of soft serve. It's a big difference. And it's great to see a town that just sticks to its principles of organics and water conservation and help thy neighbor and charity drives. You walk all around town, you see food boxes everywhere. You see people living out of their vans, but they're a different kind of living. It's not like here in town, right? Where if you park too close to somebody, you might get a thank you, princess. You might get a brick through your windshield. Here, it's like that peaceful coexistence down there that I find so 180 degrees different than up in this area. Yeah, you have to have money down there, but it's kind of in the boonies and it's off the beaten path. Amy White, for some, I've never seen her anymore. Oh, Amy's around. She's got stuff going on. So, oh well, thank you, Hazel. I appreciate that. You're a real sweetheart. I thank you, Hazel. She's always a good. So many of you are watchers and commenters, and if you enjoy the video, just take a second to drop a comment. Hey, I enjoyed the video, and I'll give you a heart back or a comment or something like that. I'm a little bit behind, but I'm not oblivious to feedback and things on YouTube. I believe that that's an important thing. It's why we do live streams, because I have an open chat tonight. And if somebody wants to discuss a topic that's relevant, that is not just controversial and way off the reservation for what we talk about, that's fine. That's fine. Nomadic weather bear, you got a lot of van dwellers down there. I don't know where they disappear into the woodwork or whether, I don't know. Right. I mean, I'm there in the daytime. You see on my videos, there's Sprinter vans gone by. There's 87 Chevrolet. The girl did my fingernails and all that, painted them all up and everything, which I went to work and I take that shit off. Right. But there's definitely people that are counting the bucks. There's definitely people that are living on the margin down there, but I don't know how to define it. I just don't sense. I don't sense the issues of like crack and meth and flakes and stuff like that down there, and salts. I mean, it's hey kitten cat, how you doing, Trollorama? Yeah, what's going on? Oh, well, thank you, Bill Ellis. I appreciate it. Says your cinematography is very good. I enjoy the foreground. It's something that I've really developed a passion for, cinematography. Thank you, Bill. I love that, to pick up the camera and just frame up that perfect shot and have a little depth to it with something in the foreground. And something like walking around, those people eating oysters. God, I wish it was early in the morning because the sun would have been on the other side. It wouldn't have been as brightly lit. But man, you can just see yourself sitting there right on the water, right on the bay there, just eating those oysters, drinking wine or drinking beer, and just with your friends, you reserved a table. I mean, does it get any better than that? Truly, does it get any better than that? It's just when I leave here and I get down there, it's like I might as well be on the other side of the world. That's how different it all feels. Thank you, spirits. And I don't have any. I don't know how to explain it. I just didn't sense. I didn't see a tweaker down there. I didn't see babbler or street babbler or something. I feel sorry for these people, but it's a different. Which is kind of unusual because they're giving out services. They're very big-hearted people. They're very social. They're very socialistic. I don't want to say communism. I don't think there's a lot of communist backbone, but there's definitely a backbone of socialism down there. That we all have to be each other's keepers. Hey, Em, how are you doing, sweet? Too sensual. Well, they don't like it around medical facilities when you have nail polish and all that. How you doing, Joni? Good to see you. Love drinking my moonshine. We got Michelle in here, the Queen of Atlanta. Like living in it just like it was my toast a little. I like it. I like it too. I love it. I love urban areas. Point Reyes was excellent. Love the ice cream eating. It was beautiful. It reminded me sort of. Yeah, I think you'll enjoy part two. Thank you, Sharon. I appreciate that. For 20 minutes of video that you'll see tomorrow, you're looking at about 6 hours of production effort on that. I don't say that to just pat myself on the back. It's just that if you're going to try to produce quality video, it's going to take a supreme effort. The easiest thing to do is just pick it up and just walk around, and just there's no sense of art in that. There's no sense of imagery. There's no sense of conveying. When I take you down the coast on that drive through the town of, past Bodega Bay, and there's the schoolhouse from Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds, and you see that slow on the left there. You're getting a sense that you're going into a different place, and you go into the little town of Tamales, and it's a really cool little town, and then you come to Marshall, where they're eating the oysters. It's just every town is so different, right? And finally you get down to Point Reyes Station and just feel like you've seen all that beauty of the coast of Tamales Bay, and the old buildings, and just the people stuff, which I really like. Editing is a form of art, but it all starts with taking time to compose that shot. And as somebody said, Rosie, you're the queen of the long take. These days, everything's a jump cut. When you see wrap. It's like you're lucky if you get 1 or 2 seconds per frame, maybe 1 second, and then it's on to the next image, right? Then it's the next one, and boom, right? I want my work to always be a counterweight to that type of thing, that you can take time to absorb a scene and look at a scene and do. I love the long walk-bys, and there's just, it's just, I don't like this style. I like to so things become so nice. Well, thank you, Joe. You should have Google Maps camera on your Hey, Banjo, how you doing tonight? Thank you, sweetie. Thank you. Um, you like it when I snap. The minute you walked in the joint, ooh, I could tell you were a man of distinction. Ooh, a real big spander. I fill the joint for the wine, but ain't no way I'm eating those. The oysters are delicious. I'm an oyster. The problem with that place is you've got to, I don't know. Years ago when Missy Jen, we did a review on Hog Island Oyster Company. Just put it in the search box on my videos. It's one of the restaurant reviews on the road. You had to shuck your own oysters. You had to buy the shucking thing and a glove. It was a real pain in the ass. Right? Because there's not always guys around that you can hire for like $2 a dozen to shuck these. They shuck a dozen in like 1 minute, right? You pay them $2 or something like. Princess, I'd like to explore I like to explore small town, big town, everywhere. Every place has a story to it. And that's what I like about going. And I've gone to this place probably 4 times. I've done a lot of videos, but I've never really incorporated it into a real 2-day adventure, which I did here. So, thank you guys. So part 2 will be dropping tomorrow. Morning Ray brought back memories. We used to go clamming all around. Oh, isn't that nice? I love Olima down there. I wanted to go down to the Vedanta Indian Guru, I don't know what you call it, retreat house that I've featured before, which has an indoor prayer room. I mean, it's just like you just ride in, nobody bothers you. You got the whole run of the house. You walk in, but you can't walk in. Ladies aren't allowed in this one room. I mean, it's very. But the grounds are beautiful. There's monks working there, and as long as you just ring the bell and announce you're visiting, they're like, that's cool. I mean, I love that place. And then if you want to go down there, the schoolhouse looks just like in the movie, minus the birds. Sharon, make sure you put in my search box. It's probably over on the Rosie Murphy channel. Just put schoolhouse in my search box in my videos. You'll see I did a drone flight over the schoolhouse. Okay, flying a drone around there. How the heck can a normal person wanted? I don't know. I mean, it was disappointing to me, Craig. I mean, it seems you have to book a reservation for a table. We were lucky, Missy Jen. It was early in the morning. We were with some people from Denver. They're struggling with the oysters. How do you do it? Okay, I'm from Baltimore. Let me show you how it's done. All right, so we kind of cranked into those oysters. I didn't enjoy the experience. I think if you're going to buy a dozen oysters, the person's working behind, you can just prep them up, have the lemon, have the salt, have the cocktail sauce, whatever the hell you want. Hello, Justin. But it's not my place. You can see the places are crowded, man. You can hardly get a parking spot. All right, it's not just the food, it's the experience of sitting out there on that bay. I mean, people are crowded into like San Francisco. They're below ground apartments, and they're like rats down there. They don't get any sun. Or they're paying $2,000 a month for $3,000 for a studio place that the toilet doesn't even flush properly, right? Man, you got to get the hell out of that stuff once in a while. I'm gonna holler. Lady Gaga would be a good place, huh? Yeah, you need a good shucking knife. I got a good shucking knife. Yeah, I can open a noise to save my life. Want to show me in the freezer? And there'll be open clams. Different situation. That's fine. I think you go clamming, don't you, Craig? I think you go clamming off of Long Island up there, right? Clamming. Hi, Kim. How are you, sweetie? Nice to see you. clamming. I've been gradually getting sun. I was able to sit out for a little bit this afternoon. Yeah, so it's all good. Driving back from Hattiesburg, Mississippi now. We're back to the coast. Good for you, Donnie. Hattiesburg. You ever get up to Natchez? That's my favorite place in Mississippi. Buy a bag of oysters, take them home, and throw them on the grill. Yeah, just I don't enjoy them as much as I just like raw oysters. I don't know what it is. I mean, I can go to the Acme Oyster House in New Orleans and do 3 dozen oysters, no problem at all. No problem at all. So, what? Cindy Lopez had a heart attack? Oh, Lord. Sorry to hear that, Quirky. Yeah, prayers for Cindy Lopez. I don't know her real well. She doesn't come over here on the channel. But I know of Cindy, so I'm very sorry to hear Cindy Lopez has had a heart attack. Prayers for you, Cindy. Everybody, yeah, for Cindy. So we used to do family dinners with oysters. The other thing you pass through, I didn't do the section on Valley Ford, not Valley Forge, but they have all the Italian dinners in Occidental. They have the remember, this wine country out here was all settled by Italians and stuff, the vineyards, and they brought all their cooking over with them, family generations, and they have, you can see the reviews Missy Jan and I did with Bobby and stuff in the Union Hotel, and I can't remember the one across this in Occidental, but you can stop for good Italian food there too on the way out. I found a pearl and an oyster in the Outer Banks. That's cool. My favorite memory is dozens of oysters. Yeah, I'd love that, Bill Ellis. That's my dream. That's my bucket list for New Orleans, is to go down there and just rack up 3 dozen oysters, mate, and just throw them up there. That's what I want. That's what I want, man. I'm dreaming about that. Absolutely. Donnie said Nachos. I've been there and stayed there for 6 month ghost tours. Well, they had Miss Kitty's cat house up there. Okay, I used to know a guy that used to hang around as a kid at Miss Kitty's House of Pleasures there in Natchez, Mississippi. And he used to tell me the stories. I love all the seafood when I went to a North Sea double shot. This is going to piss some people off. I liked Baton Rouge better than New Orleans. I don't know. I just, this you drop down off of the Highway 10 there coming in, or whatever the hell comes down there, that turnoff, and they just drop it right down in hell. Right, tents and ghetto, and trying to do some video in the above ground crypt graveyard and stuff, and you got people slobbering on you and begging for money and trying to hit you up for sex and all this kind of stuff. It was very uncomfortable, and then just not my scene. Right, I wouldn't mind going into Preservation Hall and some things like that, but not really my scene. Got a Franklin County, it's moonshine, got lots of old moonshine history. It's all where my family roots come out of, Michelle. Watch out for the shoe shine thuggins. That's it. I hear you. Baton Rouge is fun because you guys know I like stuff that has a historical bent to it. You have a former governor of Louisiana who was shot dead on the steps of the Capitol building, or somewhere in 1938 in there, by some doctor. The Kingfish, Huey Long. I mean, there's so much cool corruption in history in Baton Rouge, and you have beautiful Spanish Moss area, and it's just a hell of a place, and the food is good. That's when I had an alligator for the first time. New Orleans is run down and has a ban on, and we have great oysters here. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. So I'm always careful when I'm on the road. That's the thing about Point Reyes Station. It was so quiet. I didn't have any. Man, I slept so comfortable in that van. Yeah, it was chilly, but I was able to put my feet over the side and be comfortable getting my. You know what it's like to get your legs up in the air? Well, you ladies probably do. Get those legs in the air, ladies. But trying to get your drawers on laid on a bed is a very uncomfortable proposition. There's a great cemetery in Point Rita. It's really cool up the coast. I'll probably be heading up that way. So we used to make a trip to Apalachicola, Alabama for our oysters. Yeah, Nilla Rain says I stuck my fingers in bullet holes in the Capitol walls. I mean, there's quite a history there. And that's what I find so colorful. You know, Huey Long was just, he got everything he wanted, man. He wanted to have the tallest state capitol building in the nation, and he got it. Right? Thing looks like an Egyptian obelisk, but it's beautiful. Yeah, there's an undercurrent of uneasiness in I felt like pinning my pocket shut. I mean, Jackson Square was beautiful. The artists were out there and everything, but there was just a vibe of uneasiness down there. And yeah, maybe it was still post Katrina. Katrina was 2005. Hey, Casper, Katrina was 2005. And I think when Missy Jen and I were there were 2018, 2017. Yeah, I think it was 2017. I don't know. That was 9 years, 11 years later or something like that. But, you could tell that people were still kind of shell shocked down there, and the city was fearful of tourism collapse and all that kind of stuff. My ankle, that's it, Teresa. Would I dab behind my ears to attract Mattel? My ankles. Yeah, that's funny. Baton Rouge, Red Stick. Yeah, so it's a good visit. I went to. I think my biggest video is Jimmy Swaggart gone to. Meeting Jimmy Swaggart, having my picture taken, and doing a behind the scenes one on the Murphy Channel, and then recording the service and stuff. It was lucky his grandson was there, his son was there, the wife was there. I had the whole shebang that day. So, and I pushed the envelope a bit. If you're going to be somewhere, you might as well try to get to the goal line and do that. So I'll always try to seek out people where I can. If I'm going to be on the road, some places never answer back. Like I really wanted to go to the Sun Made Raisin Company and kind of get the inside tour of what it takes to make raisins and all. But you never hear back from these people. I like to get the behind the scenes stuff. So I don't know. Uh, French Quarter smelled like vomit and trash. I don't know if I'm gonna drink and have music. I'm not sure I want to be in a sweaty club. Um, Down there. You got to walk to your car afterward. The chance of you being able to park on Duval or Bourbon Street or something like that's about zero. When Missy Jen and I pulled in Little Rascal, we were very lucky. A big extended bed pickup truck just pulled right out, and we got right into that spot amazingly. Uh, yeah, thank you, Craig. Says you got to watch that Jimmy Swaggart. If you want more behind the scenes Jimmy Swaggart, you can go over to the Rosie Murphy channel, where I walked around and talked to a lady beforehand, and we watched the choir warm up. What you see on TV. Remember, hey Coach, how you doing? Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. Nice to see you, Gerald. You keep making videos like and someone is going to steal you. Sharon, you're too cute. I hope you enjoyed tomorrow's follow-on. Um, things are staged for TV. But that time at Jimmy Swaggart's Christian Family Worship Center there in Baton Rouge, we went in there. Some people thought, oh, it's going in for yuck yucks. Rosie's being disrespectful. No, Missy Jen and I participated in the service, and I felt better for having had this service. Okay. I know blood, we got the laying on the hands and the tongues, because I never experienced that, right? You grow up Catholic, it's the same deal every time, right? There's little variants. I mean, the difference when I was little, the priest faced away from the congregation, and then around 1970 or whatever, they flipped around. Change comes very slowly. on there. But I remember sitting there in those seats at that Christian Family Worship Center and being able to see such a monumental figure in evangelical life. Some of you may have seen the video I produced when I was in Echo Park, which is a part of Los Angeles. It has what's called the Angelus Temple, which was founded by Sister Amy McPherson, who started the Foursquare Gospel Church. She became really the first major radio preacher in the world that had coastal, was syndicated, people could pick it up across. It was her out of LA at that Angelus Temple, and she was big time, man. As I've said before, the movie Elmer Gantry, which won an Academy Award for Burt Lancaster, and Shirley Jones, as sexy as you'll ever see her in a movie, Mrs. Partridge. It just kind of blew me away. I'm always fascinated by these ministers that get big followings and then they blow up. Because Sister Amy blew up, right? She faked like she was kidnapped and went off on a little dalliance down to Arizona, but and they found out that they busted her out. But much to her credit, she came back. But I was sitting there that day looking at Jimmy Swaggart there, and I'm looking at his wife. And I'm looking at his grandson, Gabriel, and his son, Donnie, his wife, Frances. And I was marveling with all of the stuff that this guy has done. I really came to the realization that's what it means to be a human being, is you screw up, you find your way back again. You screw up, you find your way. Good night, let it go. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, sweetie. God bless. You find your way back again. I found it very telling that Jimmy Swaggart turned down before his cousin Jerry Lee Lewis was offered a contract to sing for Sun Records and play piano. Jimmy Swaggart turned it down. Because Jimmy Swaggart, whether you know or not, is a hell of a piano player and a hell of a singer too. But I kind of knew he had to call him because he turned down that fame to go into the world of ministry. But I looked up at Frances Swaggart, his wife, sitting there next to him, and they're holding hands. And at that moment, I thought to myself, there it is, for better or for worse, for richer, for poor, in sickness and in health, till death do us part. And I think she understood like the frailties of man's nature and things like that. And a lot of people rag on Jimmy Swaggart, but remember, Jimmy Swaggart found his way back again. Will he ever have the congregation that he ever had before? Doubtful. And this is my way of saying, when I was there, they framed the shots very carefully from the camera. There's 3 camera operators. The whole upper deck is empty. They don't show that up there, right? There might be 3 or 4 people sitting out there. I mean, he gutted the church there. But he's still there doing his own thing. I don't even know Blackbird, Flower Feet. I've met the guy one time. We were friendly. I don't got time to think about Blackbird. It's insignificant to me. Every human being, we're all imperfect, Justin, and that's what I thought to myself. This is what it's all about, human forgiveness. There's, as far as I know, the Bible, Jesus, there's no limit on how many times, you'll get the forgiveness and all of that. So I thought it was pretty amazing. So, and Jimmy was playing the piano and singing. And then afterward, I went up and I just said, Brother Jimmy, would you mind if I get my picture? I came all the way from California. And he's like, come on over here, stand next to me, darling. And we took the picture. No, yeah, Ernest Angley. Yeah, I remember watching Ernest Angley was out of Ohio, wasn't he? This is Ernest Angley. What does the Bose video and sound to cable do? Probably pretty damn good, right? Pretty damn good. So being able to forgive yourself, he kicked the can by now. Ernest Angley. I remember listening. Neighbor, this is Ernest Angley hour here. You can send your contributions to P.O. Box 2482, Akron, Ohio. I've just always been fascinated by the way money, Jim Baker, Jim and Tammy Faye Baker, and the PTL passed the Loot Club. I lived through that whole saga and watched that whole thing crumble down, and I know that Joel Osteen Jr. lives in a $5 million mansion in Houston. I'm not, I don't know. Do you ever wake up? Do you ever wake up and ask yourself, what would Jesus do? Oh, he's 99. He's 99. Yeah. Ernest Angley Hour. Yeah, I used to love all of those. Sometime late night, I'd tune in Jimmy Swaggart. Missy Jen and I would watch. We liked to choir singing and doing that. And we left that service. It was very upbeat. Yeah, he was. I'm in Ohio and watched him there. See, Jeanette, I got a damn good memory, right? That's what people tell me. Yeah, men are not infallible, and that's what it teaches us. Now, a lot of people turn their back on Jimmy Swaggart, right? But the message to me was he came back, after 2 times and got his shit together, and his wife stood by him. And I just thought, wow, he was 80 some years old. I guess he's 83 or 84 now, but the guy was cooking, right? And it was very interesting. But I got kind of side railed on that. So I'm waiting on Amazon. They were supposed to deliver the first box by 9 p.m. It's now 9:36 p.m. There ain't no box on my door. I better go check. Wait a minute. Got my daisies on tonight. Hold on. Nope. Well, I hope nobody ripped it off. This neighborhood, you never know. Yeah. Got my daisies on tonight. There we go. So nothing tonight. So I'm so sick of Amazon. I want to just push the F button on them. Just so sick of them and their BS. Chatting with Rosie first reminds me of how the chat is like the background where sometimes your topic gets picked or not. McDave, what do you want to talk about? I mean, we go all kinds of different directions here. But I don't think people complain because they like to hear, how many people have gone and sat in Jimmy Swaggart's church, right? I mean, that's a unique experience to be able to do that. So next time I'm down in that area, I'm going to go again. And, sit in there and see what it's like. His son just doesn't have the charisma. Donnie just, whether he has the fire or not, I don't know. It's interesting how stuff gets passed along in the family, right? Ephraim Zimbalist Jr. said that he was floored at Jimmy and Tammy's opulence. He said he lived in Hollywood, never seen anything like that. That's what I'm saying, Teresa. How do you sleep at night and indulge yourself in, Jimmy Swaggart was small change compared to the way these people live. I like to quit Amazon. I just like to quit Amazon. They've screwed me up so many times. This shit was supposed to, pardon me, this stuff was supposed to be here Friday or Saturday. Ephraim Zimbalist Jr. played, he was on what the hell, what was he? I can't remember the cop show he was on or something, starring Ephraim Zimbalist Jr. I can't remember the show that he was. Hey, Andrea, Miss Rosie from sunny San Diego. Ephraim Zimbalist Jr. played, the hell was he on? I can't remember. Air-conditioned doghouse. Oh, I don't know. I can understand an air-conditioned doghouse, but the other shit, I don't know. Yes, elderly ate cat food literally to send cash to the pass the loot PTL. Ephraim Zimbalist Jr. was an actor. He was a very handsome guy. He had like a somebody tell me what show Ephraim Zimbalist Jr. was on. Come on, man. Yeah, the FBI. Yeah, the FBI. Yeah, done. No, that was Dragnet. But yeah, he was on the FBI, Sunset Strip and all that. Thank you guys. You guys are my backup for this. If you haven't hit the thumbs up button, please do so. Tonight, I would appreciate that. Into the Drama Dome here, Drama Causes. It's and Chris and my conversations with Chris like that. We're often torn here on YouTube about the way that people portray themselves. I'm sure people wonder through, is Rosie different off camera than she is on camera? Well, the other thing is different. I'm probably much sloppier off camera than you guys think I am. Okay. I'm a bit like Oscar Madison. I'm going to be honest with you guys, right? But I get the job done. But are people different? Are some people putting on a show or whatever? And sometimes I think, hey Garrett, how you doing? Sometimes I think of uh, the way people portray themselves, and you can think one way and then just be a stand like you really don't know somebody, right? You think you got somebody pegged, and then things come up and surprise you. Um, I often wondered once in a while, does negative commentary really affect somebody? For me, I'm pretty much, take your shot, move on, whatever. I don't really dwell on it too much. But, in talking to him today, I think it was a wise move to take a couple days off from YouTube. I think the events like at the last week or so were deeply affecting. And any idea that I had, it was just goofing around and for show, kind of went out the window in my mind, you know. And, you know, uh, I don't know what to tell you guys on that. We had a conversation tonight. He's in a happier place today. I was very worried last night. I don't like it when people come on and, I might do this to myself. I think it was getting pretty bad. Getting pretty bad. And, finding yourself talked about in a lot of the chats and things like that. Sometimes it can be disconcerting. There's a lot of it we bring on ourselves, of course we do. Being public and being very upfront on YouTube, it's a fact of life that you're going to be talked about on there. But we did have a conversation tonight, and he's gone to a happy place now, and I'm happy. Not going to disclose what it is, but he seems convinced that the RV is fixed up. I don't know why we're getting all these trolls subscribing over here all of a sudden on the side. You can see them on. Welcome aboard, boys. Oh boy. I don't know. This is behind here. Let's see. Now, yeah, I lost the chat stream for a second. So I don't know what it is. Let's put it this way: if you've been on YouTube for like 13 years, and your first 12 years were you just living your life, and kind of a low-key presence on YouTube, and I started following Chris about 2 years ago. I'd pop in, I'd listen to streams and stuff. I was an amusing kind of country guy, and he didn't have near the level of trolling and things that now go on over there. And I think in upscaling from 13 years of having a relatively low profile, and then all of a sudden having your profile raised on the boy, and in the drama community can be very disconcerting. It can be very hard to cope with when when you're differently abled and things like that, and your perception of things, all of a sudden you can feel like things are kind of closing in around you, and you lash out. You strike out, and the more you lash out here, the more you get the backlash, and it becomes a vicious circle. And I really think I really think it made a difference. No, CJ's not mad anymore. We fixed it. I'm going to get to that in a minute. So taking a couple days off was good. I went up on panel there. We fixed our stuff up there. Everybody has a difference. People value differences of opinions and things like that. And things have to have context on YouTube. I followed real closely because the last week I didn't know all about the hijinks of having a ladies' night up in Rhode Island. Knew nothing about that until I saw a video called "A Girlfriend for Rich Life" or so. No concept about that. Been working a ton of hours at work. Been busy doing taxes. Been busy trying to get this place straightened up, and so I cleaned up, gardening done, so I can hit the road. So I was kind of blindsided. Here I am dealing with the trauma on Thursday night and Friday, and Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night of the blow up, the leaking of fluid into the combustion chambers, resulting in smelling antifreeze being burned, steam. Not a good situation. In other words, I didn't focus. I don't have time to see what the hell else is going on. My only concern is make sure that you're not going to do anything that's going to damage the RV. Here's the suggestions. Maybe you find a local guy. Luckily, you found a local guy and his son that kind of got him fixed up. He's got the JB weld. He's on his way. So I was really caught off guard, when people came on my chat and said, "Oh, there's going to be a meetup up at, CJ's, and it's going to be a ladies' meetup," and I'm like, thinking to myself, "No, that can't be right. No, you know." Now maybe the planning was beforehand on that, and I'm not privy to it, and discussions and things like that. But to me, the thought was, when your van blows, your RV blows, you have an engine problem, man, the first thing you want to do is hightail it home to make sure you get that thing back home. So at least you're in your own surroundings. You got people that can help you. You got a brother with a few dollars and stuff, and you got a place that you can park it. You don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to worry about anything. You just park that thing and you're good to go. Then you can take your time. You get a local guy that wants to come over, pull the heads, and take them down the shop, recondition, pull the valve springs, pull the valve stems, but do the whole 9 yards, reseat the valves, blah, blah, blah. So that was really surprising to me when I heard that. And I think that that's the thing that got back to CJ, because it did not fit at all the time that what the hell was going on the ground right then. But that's because I don't spend a lot of time watching other streams and things. I'm not that well informed about who's doing what on YouTube, right? To me, a lot of times it just flip it on. If it's a G Mango's hand, just flip it on, play it, and it's kind of background, right? Hear people having fun, Lorelei screaming, Abe blowing my speakers out. It's just background stuff. Okay, so I'm not that deeply involved with it. So that kind of explains that. So I think we kind of cleared that today, and I was quite honest with him about the way I was feeling at that in that moment. You got to you know, and that honesty is a good thing, and he understood, so it's all good. Hey man, I told him you do what you want to do on YouTube, and then he kind of saw things from my perspective. That you've got to understand what the priorities are of RVing. I don't think CJ's ever had an RV. I've had two of them in a van. All right, I understand the feeling. I had the equivalent when I lost my keys in Wyoming, right? 1,400 miles from the home and plumb shit out of luck. I wasn't thinking about going partying and drinking and kicking up my heels and having a blast, right? I just wanted to get the hell home. That was a brand YouTube channel. There you go. Um, but Justin, you know, the thing I've learned is people are wired differently. You know, and you know what's there's just no accounting for human beings and just how people take things. And you know, people should know by now that's never going to change. It's like baked in the cake. And the thing I find, you know, it's like a vicious circle. It just goes on and on and on. The bigger the reaction, the more people come in, the bigger reaction. And what's the end game? I don't know. Benicia, it's a good chooching. Lots of history. Yeah, Garrett, I haven't been down there. I've been close to it on the Carquinez Bridge down there, but it seems like an interesting place to go down there on the water. So, JB Weld and JG Wentworth. So, I kind of put that out with, Sue appreciated me coming on panel. Like I said, I rarely go on panels because I don't have a lot to offer. I decided, you know, to just keep moving ahead and doing my own thing. I'd rather buy a schoolie and upgrade everything like that steel around me rather than spend all that in a cardboard box. My only regret is I've not had a chance to see the van yet. I mean, I wasn't going to drive to Las Vegas to see the RV because I want to check it for the upper construction on the upper berth sleeping area on the passenger side. I think there's you know, I don't want to see that. That's a lot of weight that suspends over, and generally that thing's not designed to rest on the roof of the vehicle below. It's designed to have a little gap in there. So yeah, Scullies. It's just fueling up a Scully with diesel and stuff like that. It is really, really tough. I'm gonna get myself a drink. I'll be right back, guys. So, I think he's going to be happy in a while. A couple more days. I think everything will be all good. Frog Frog! How you doing tonight, Hop Frog? Good to see ya. Good to see the Hop Frog. I don't know, Quirky. You know, I guess Quirky, my bottom line was I didn't really care. You know, if you're a nice person, which he's always been impeccably nice to me. We get along good. We do get along good. But I'm not on the channel all the time. I'm not involved in all the daily dramas and things like that. But he knew he would always be welcome here. But I don't need to push somebody. I don't need to push somebody for content and say, oh, God, I got to get him back here to get views. I'm not wired that way. I'm wired. I'm more interested in, you know, travel and cinematography and cool sights. I'm just not into collaboration's great, but at no point in time when he was here did we ever have the idea that somebody was being used for views. And this is what I tried to impress on CJ at that time, that he didn't have a van at that time. I mean, he didn't have an RV at that time. He had a van. a travel van, which was very easy to drive. And I found out your new bed stays in place. I have big I have big washers with screws that go down through the foam that hold the mattress in position on there. So he's always welcome to come out here, and he knows that. And I think, but it's not on his agenda, and I never wanted to put it on his agenda, and I didn't feel at that time that I wanted to drive to Las Vegas, knowing that I'm going to be down there for you know, 4 or 5 days at the end of April, right? So it didn't make sense to me to just burn up the miles. Carolyn says, love White Sands music is beautiful. I bought his music on iTunes after watching. He's an incredibly gifted composer. Good for you, Caroline. You can leave a comment on one of his videos. You subscribe to him. He puts up new stuff. Tell him Rosie O'Kelly turns you on to him. He'll like that. And I make frequent donations to White Sand on PayPal, and I'm also a Patreon of his. I don't believe in just grabbing somebody's music and just continuously using it, and I'm getting the benefit of it and not the composer. So I'm always very aware of giving back to somebody that is so gifted. No, it doesn't move, Patricia. I have big bolts in the floor with hold down strap things, and can run aircraft cable through that keeps that in position. Wood frame is fine. Well, it depends what Quirky says. I'll bet you didn't have a lot of good conversation. It depends. It really depends what you consider good conversations. Do I talk philosophy? Um, do I talk politics and stuff like that? No, we end up talking bands and RVs and town and countries, and that's nice stuff. That's fun stuff to talk about, right? I like to come on here and be on a little different intellectual plane with you guys. All he does is scream. Well, that's what I'm saying. But it's a two-way street, Glenda. And we have to also acknowledge that people create accounts just to go in there and trigger them. Can we acknowledge that? Yes. If we're being honest, yes. So therefore, it becomes a chicken and an egg. A cat chasing its dog chasing its tail just continuously. I don't hear people talking about the other side. I just hear people railing on Chris for cursing. Well, if you know he's cursing, then take a tip out of Glenda's page. If you don't like it, just don't watch. Move on. But people can't resist. But they shouldn't be putting the bait out if they know it's going to be taken. Right, Mouse Toes? That's kind of like the inhumane part, the inhumane aspect of that, right? That's what I'm thinking. Glad it worked out real good. So, I don't know, Masters. I just don't see a lot of humor in that. For me, it's just a guy trying to get through life that suddenly blew up on YouTube and is dealing with the realities of that. He's never going to change. People were baked in the cake. That's all I'm saying. Dave says I don't have an intelligent play. It is sad in a lot of ways. But it's a fact of life on YouTube. I don't know how some people sleep at night with the things that they do, how they shut their eyes at night and square it with the universe about stuff. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I like that. I don't have an intelligent plane. Hey, we're only 2 thumbs up from 2 from 100. Appreciate you guys hitting the thumbs up button. I'm going to make it a shorty tonight. I've covered everything that I want to cover. I'm just waiting on, I didn't cover my travel plan. When I take off here, I'm going to be going to Encinitas. I will see Tara down there. Tara will come. We will do a live stream together down there. I will probably spend, excuse me, a day and a half in Encinitas. I might go up to Carlsbad. That's where you start to get up to the real big money Kardashians and all that crap, right? Which I don't generally like those areas. I like Oakland and ghettos, and but we might check that out. Yeah, I don't like to see someone be deliberately triggered for it. I feel the same way, Nocturnal, but I see very few people talking about the other side of the coin. They're always Chris did this. Well, how about what the trolls doing there? How about that? But they always get a free pass. So, hey, Kenneth, thank you. That's right, Leah. I have eyes. I see what goes on. But it's not my business, so I stay the hell out of it, right? I just mentioned it here in passing tonight. How far is Terry's area to Palm Springs? I don't know. It's like 150 miles or something, man. It's not that far. First night will put me, it's good to get through LA. You get over the hill, Grapevine, you get down into LA, you blow past LA. I don't know, I might take 2 nights too. I don't know. I've done a lot of LA. Right, so I think we're going to get Encinitas and then down to blow over to Palm Springs down there. It's been 20 years. 20 years since I've been to Palm Springs, so I'd like to see that. I'd really like to do. Goodbye, Ronnie. Hello, say hello. You'll be saying hello to Tara. Thank you, Quirky. So that's going to be fun. We'll see Tara. We'll look around. I'm pretty familiar with Encinitas down there. I am going to overnight in the van, God willing, and my equipment comes to take with me. I should be okay to get myself cleaned up. There's no real to go to Planet Fitness from Encinitas. You got to go all the way to Escondido, man. That's a hell of a haul. That's where Lawrence broadcast out of Escondido, but that's a hell of a haul over there. Yeah, I mean, blowovers. I don't know. Hey, who is Drama Dome? You doing Drama Dome? Drama Dome's going to strike me now. Let's see. You had me at blowover. That's it. Hey, Lucky Beans, how you doing? When is our next Chooch Chooch? Um, some interesting shit's going on in Windsor. We haven't been to Windsor a while. All of a sudden, the mayor of I don't know what's the current, yeah, the current mayor of Windsor, up where J.K. NoCow is. There's women pressing sexual assault charges on this guy, like they're coming out of the woodwork. It's like a Epstein. It's like a Me Too thing. So the town is just being ripped to pieces right now, Windsor, with all this shit coming. You can look at the Press Democrat, which is our local rag. That town is just being torn apart. They're starting a petition to recall him. He's refusing to step down. Ay caramba. Maybe we'll go up to Windsor, but there's not too damn much to see in Windsor. But maybe we'll go up to Windsor tomorrow night. Yeah. Why don't we go up to Windsor tomorrow night? And then I'm wondering if we can go up to Madrona Manor, because that's a place, a really spooky ass, big ass place that was like lights were on, but nobody was home, right? You sit on the front porch and you're walking around the outdoor dining area and ooh, wah, wah, wah. I don't, Next Kitchen Stadium will be on the road, Jennifer. Next Kitchen Stadium will be on the road. I'm going to take my cooking gear. I'm going to get the rubber snakes to hook down my grill and stuff. I'm going to load my plastic container with just the bare essentials. A couple plates, forks, knives, one pan wonders. That's it. Maybe I'll be able to have coffee, you know, and all of that. So it's going to be a very simple thing. I don't even know who in the hell Furry Potato is, so I got no idea who that is. So I could be, so I got no idea. Excited for van life. Yes, I'm excited to save the money. Yeah, let's go to Windsor tomorrow. Let's go up to see Madrona Manor is being sold, and they're talking about doing $10 million or something of renovations. They had that outdoor pool there. God, I should probably wear my bikini tomorrow night and see if I can dip in that pool. Still cemetery, but I think they lock it at night. No, I've been to that cemetery a couple times. I think last time we went was around Halloween. I went with Monkey Boy and Mr. Z. We went up there. Hey Wade, how you doing? Who let the dogs in? Woof, woof. We'll make a night of it tomorrow night. Ooh, wah, wah, wah. Ooh, wah, wah. We'll make a whole night of it tomorrow night. We'll have some fun. Still laughing at Chooch where someone backfired. I know, Em. Wasn't that crazy ass thing? Windsor's about 8 miles up the road from me, north of me. No, that's not a place. I've been to Windsor a couple times. Last time was in pandemic. I think we were in April or May of maybe June of last year. I don't know. It's been a while. You check out the falls in Dunsmuir, such a beautiful town. Yeah, I know, Lucky Beans. If Rosie looked like a grill, I'd still be her mascot. Yeah, the Quirky is my mascot. Yes, she is. I enjoy your. Yeah, it's Point Reyes. Thank you, Jeff Haskins. Thank you. Point Reyes Station. Just love that town. Make sure you catch part two tomorrow. If you like part one, you should like part two. Picks right up where part one left. It goes right into the night. Some of the pretty little night scenes of the town, and then waking up the next morning to that glorious sun, early morning sun. And it's just, I think that you'll really love it. Then I get to talk about the sense of community of that town, and then to meet with a local guy, and we talk about event in court history that tore the town in half. With the case that went all the way up to the United States Supreme Court. So we got that coming up too. I don't know, Patricia. I'm waiting for my gear. You know what? You know what Amazon told me? You'll get your delivery by 9 p.m. tonight. You know what time it is now? It's now 10:07 p.m. Ain't nothing coming tonight. Once again, they've given me the fungula. Okay. I ought to send Paulie walnuts. You want I should go down and visit the Amazon guy? Yeah, I don't know. Don't rough him up too. Fuck it, man. You never get a late delivery again, Tony. I'll take care of it. Yeah, all right. Paulie, look, not too rough with the stuff. Yeah, I know, man. That is a 1961 Motorola 21 tube stereo console, 3-channel, considered the finest, with walnut cabinet, considered the finest stereo console ever produced in the United States of America. Cabinet by Drexel of North Carolina and guts by Motorola. You can see the restoration of it. You can see me pick it up. You can, in the truck, you can see it brought home. You can see the 21-part restoration right down to refinishing the cabinet. Right? I've got a whole rack of things over there on that. Good night, Sharon. You got family up there at the cemetery, huh? Maybe we'll look them up, Catherine, huh? I don't know. Forget about it, right? Hey, one I should, Tony, I won't, I'm gonna fuck him up, but it's, yeah, he'll be all right again. A week in the hospital, but he'll be all right, Amazon delivery blow. Andrew, I have vintage audio coming at the wazoo. H. Scott 232B, circa 1962, four Fishers with original walnut cabinets. I mean, I got stuff here. Uh, what are you talking? You can't walk across the street. You don't say hi no more. What the fuck is going on? You owe me money I don't know about? No, I'm not waiting for showering setup. No, no, not waiting for that. I have a 12-volt pot coming. The stuff you ordered, does it come with a tracking number? Yeah, I just haven't taken the time. No, I'm not drinking them. I'll drink with you though, honey. I've got take a soap water in a basin and heat up a little water. I got a 12-volt pot coming. I'm not gonna rush myself on the road, right? I got no place I gotta be. I've forward loaded so much work here. I need to save money as much as possible. You know, it's been a little tough. The stimulus has been a help. So yeah, it sucks. It sucks. Drama Dome, take off, man. You don't have that copyrighted, okay? Hope it comes soon. I think it'll probably come to me, but I got things like jewelry and belly button rings, and I mean, it's a whole. What else did I get? I got a 500-watt inverter. You know, but they're. Are you waiting on a cash settlement? Wade says, "I'll drink with you." Woo! Break out those Daisy Dukes, huh? Yeah. Oh, man. We are Drama Dome. I'm just pulling your leg. We are friends. I stink like shit. All right, well, that was fun. Be careful with what you played. 90s sitcom Friends, of course I do. Cow in the Meadow, I remember that. Yeah, yeah, we're best friends, Drama Dome. You know that. I was just pulling your leg. Um, no, Drama Dome, don't worry about it. We're pals, okay? I'm subbed to your channel. I see you doing your thing over there. The band, I know the band. You know the near destination, I'm always slip sliding away. I got to get my old repertoire of ooh, I'm coming undone here. Like the sexy folk singer and the Daisy Dukes. How y'all doing tonight? Into that burning ring of fire. Down, 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 burn, burn, burn. Encore, encore. If it gets blocked, I just remove the song. You can't use any Beach Boys stuff. I was very surprised the other night. I got a copyright match, which made me pretty good, right? If you're picking up Freebird, yeah. Ooh. We'll get it. We'll get it. That's the fun. It's the trip that's the fun part. So, slip sliding away, slip sliding away. When you're done here, what a Drama Dome. Yeah, I think I'll come over and visit you on the Drama Dome. Long time thing. Can you feel? Yeah, I think I'll come over and visit the Drama and go. Murder me when I hits rock bottom. I don't know. It could be, Steve. I don't know. But I don't know. I think he'll probably die of a heart attack first or something like that. So, yeah, I don't have enough thumbs. Well, thank you, guys. Thank you. Quirky Girl, you're so awesome. I got my Quirky Girl back again. It was feeling a little, you know, we love the Quirky Girl. When she's not here, the channel just has a good vibe. Just even has a more, she's like the cherry on top of the channel here, and I love her. Thank you, Chaos Coordinator. Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you can imitate Keisha. Yeah, let me just say, please watch the video tomorrow. It'll be live at 8 a.m. on the East Coast. Leave me a little comment, just watched or enjoyed, thanks, a little heart, just something to let me know that you stopped by, and a thumbs up would be appreciated. Remember, what you see 20 minutes there is 6 hours of editing and about 5 hours of upload time. So it is a lot of work. Yoda Doug's Tool Collecting Channel, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Kitten Cat. How you doing? Thank you. Good to see you tonight. So on that note, thank you for the thumbs up, guys. It'd be nice to hit 125 tonight if you appreciate the good time and the music and a fun chat that I did tonight. I had a blast tonight. Hop Frog, great to see you. Say hi to your beautiful wife, Mrs. Hop Frog, for me. I love that. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close it out, guys. And I will see you tomorrow night. I'm going to I may sneak off and do a little metal detecting tomorrow. I don't know. You know, we shall see. I'm signing off, Wade. I might go over to the Drama Dome tonight and stop by. Play that funky music, white girl. Kitten cat. Thank you, Jody. So we will be on the road tomorrow night. I guess we're going to go up to Madrona Banner. That's, remember, my tire got funky because of the weird... There's just something bad vibe up there. Maybe I'll put my bikini on and hop in the pool. I can imagine the cops coming and surrounding the place. Anyway, guys, have a wonderful night. And thank you for stopping by. On the road tomorrow night. Check out the video tomorrow, please. At least just stop by and watch it and click the thumbs up and leave me a little heart or a little comment. Okay, good night, everybody. Thanks, Shimei. Good to see you. Carolyn McEachin, good to see you. Night, Michelle Bruce. Michelle, you start putting up some content, honey. The Queen of Atlanta, a trans sister and the first trans public office holder in America. I don't know, it's just a Drama Dome channel. Okay, take care, everybody. Have yourselves a wonderful night, and appreciate you being here.